Hello and welcome to episode 52 of Legacy Gaming with Atari Man 71. I am currently playing through my collection of Atari 2600 cartridges. I have over 450 cartridges, I believe 400 of which are unique games. I'm only going to be playing the unique games here because some of them are just relabeled or rebranded and they're basically the same thing. And I don't want to waste my time on that since I have so many games to play. And if you like retro gaming, or as I'm calling this, legacy gaming, because this is basically the infancy, this is the start of the home console gaming. You know, everyone had a console in their home to play video games. If you like this kind of content, please follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, like and subscribe to my videos, leave comments. I will get back to you. Interact with me on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. I put a lot of additional content up on Twitter. And participate in chat if you feel so inclined on Twitch. So if there's something you'd like to see, also please leave a comment or ask a question on Twitter or something like that. I will try to accommodate that as best as I can. Right now I'm scheduling playing through my 2600 games, and then I'm going to go into probably my Odyssey 2, then my ColecoVision and Intellivision, and then I have an Atari 5200, Atari 7800, Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and then I'll be into the disc-based systems, and we'll see what we do. But I want to get through this 2600 collection because it is so large, and after I finish it, maybe I'll spend a little more time focusing on specific games and specific playtime, especially with my stream. The videos, I may still just go through my collection as I've been doing. So please reach out to me if there's something you'd like to see or something you'd like to know, and I will let you know as best as possible. So tonight I'm going to continue with my Activision collection. I have 3 more games available here. I have Robot Tank, Crackpots, and the Arm Killer Decathalon. I don't know if you've played Decathalon before, but it's a pretty intense game. So the first game on my list is Robot Tank. So I will get into the information about that. Robot Tank is cartridge AZ-028, and now we've transitioned from the X to the Z. They skipped the Y. I don't know why. Bad pun, I'm sorry. The game was released in 1983 and it uses a joystick, and as always, Rico command controller here. So we did not have this game as a kid, and when I was younger I didn't play it. I mostly played Battlezone when it came to tank games, and this game is visually significantly better. I've also learned that this game did not work in the Atari 7800 due to cartridge size restrictions from the 7800. I believe they purposefully changed the cartridge slot on the 7800 so that only Atari published video games would fit into the console, because I know, a Magic doesn't fit in. I know a bunch of the off-brands like Activision, some have trouble. The other thing, I believe there's a bank switching ROM chip on here that does not work with the 7800. Now maybe that was changed for a cost restriction, but it may have also been, a competitive decision. They didn't want people to be buying competitive cartridges and playing them in their system anymore. They saw the video game collapse in 1983 and were trying to prevent it in the future, employing some of the practices that Nintendo had. And Nintendo just basically dealt with it through licensing agreements, and they kind of controlled the content that went onto their system, versus Atari, that anybody could make something that plugged into the system. They could make a game. And so there's as a result, there's games out there that are basically unauthorized. There's games that are hacks of other games. There's adult content games. There's things like that. So I believe that some of this decision was to limit competition on Atari's part, and I think that was kind of a mistake. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I believe Atari was as popular as it was because of the Activision games. They were, a lot of them, more entertaining. I mean, like I'm saying, these are 1983 games. These are not the games from like 1988, like Roadrunner and Solaris and Sentinel and games like that that Atari put out in the later years. These are the games that paved the way for those games, and these are the games that people wanted to play in their system. And maybe there's a little bit of contempt because people, they recognized that people wanted to play these Activision games, and Activision didn't have any of the overhead costs of starting up a system or anything like that. They just simply wrote the programs, put them in cartridges, and sold them. And that's probably a difficult thing to deal with. So basically, in Robot Tank, you remotely control a tank, and the year is 2095. So that's not that far away. It's what is that? 74 years away. That's a lifetime, but it's still closer than it was in 1983. That's for sure. So the year is 2095. The mission is to locate enemy robot tanks rampaging across the countryside with your radar, and then destroy them with the cannons, stop them from reaching downtown Santa Clara. The enemy is organized into squadrons of 12 tanks each. By defeating an enemy squadron, the player earns an additional reserve tank to the initial 3 to a maximum of 12 tanks. So you can have 12 tanks in reserve. I've not gotten that far. I'm not that good at this game because I've only played it in practice for this stream. The game ends when a player's tanks are all destroyed. As a player's tank is damaged, firepower and or visual display capabilities are irreparably worsened. I'm sorry. Damage eventually destroys the tank. Combat can take place at any time of day or night, and it's difficult at nighttime because you only see from the flash of the guns. You do have your radar, provided that it's not damaged, but you really don't see that much. Let's see. This adds additional challenge into tracking the enemies by the radar alone. There's also variable weather conditions that can be fought, including rain, snow, and fog, announced in weather report each morning. Rain slows down the tank's movement, while snow causes the tank to slide on ice, and the fog severely impairs the tank's vision. So a lot of that was pulled off of Wikipedia because, like I said, I don't have much experience. Even though I've had these games for a long time, I've had this cartridge for 20 years. I wasn't really playing Atari that much. Life happens and children, happen, and you pull it out a little bit, but you don't really focus on that. You focus on the games they want, like the Game Boys and the Game Gears and, the GameCube and, the PlayStations and, they have their own systems. And so this was my system, and they had already moved past it by the time they were like 5 or 6 years old. They didn't want anything to do with Atari. So, I really haven't played much of this stuff. So anyway, VGR ratings for this game. The graphics are rated 5 for excellent, and the playability is 5 for irresistible. And I kind of agree with those. This is visually a very good game for an Atari 2600. And, the playability is actually, it's pretty fun, and it's very advanced, even compared to, some of the games that we saw in the 7800. It's comparable to those, and this is on the 2600. So it's a pretty fun game. I believe it's taxing the Atari 2600 as much as possible. I mentioned the bank switching ROM chips in here, and so I know that technically this was an advanced cartridge. So here you see my Robot Tank cartridge. So I will put that in my Atari. I will turn on my video capture card, and then I will switch on the game. Sometimes it takes a second. I have my remote control here somewhere. Try it one more time. So the tuner in this thing is goofy. You know, I've run some PAL games through it, and it tends to freak out from time to time. So I'm going to reset the game and just play. So I hit that guy, so that's one. There's one at the top of the screen there. So you can shoot their shots as they come toward you. Uh-oh. My radar is damaged. Now my treads are damaged. Uh-oh, now it's nighttime. I'm flying blind now. Ugh. I'm getting lucky on these shots. Oh. Robot tank is destroyed. Switching to my second tank. Wow. Tank 3. This nighttime stuff is the worst. I don't see my radar anywhere. Oh, there it is. And I destroyed him. That radar is pretty washed out. I may need to adjust my contrast. So there's 5. There's 12 in a squadron. Switching to reserve tank. So this is my last tank. And it's noon. But yeah, that radar is not really working for me too good. It helps that the bullets are steerable. That's game. I'm going to adjust my contrast and everything here just real quick. Properties. If you recall, I kind of amped up everything yesterday so I could see my toothpaste, and I didn't turn it back down. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that does. It's a little more visible. Got him. I don't really see any blips. There's 2. Ugh. I'm going to pull up my other screen too. That might be helpful too. So my treads are damaged as it gets dark. Just a tiny little blip on the radar. Got him. Got him. I'm shooting him in the dark. That's pretty amazing. But I'm actually looking at the radar here. Rain alert. So now it's going to be raining. So rain makes you slip a lot, I believe. It doesn't help that my tank treads are damaged. Ah. Switching to reserve tank. What is this, number 3? There we go. That guy was too close for comfort anyway. Ugh. Last tank. It's dark. Dark again. There we go. Couldn't run away. Almost made it 2 days. Alright, let's start again. This is actually a pretty fun game. It's pretty challenging. You know, I think it gives you the first couple tanks. Now he's way off in the distance. There we go. That's 3. That's 4. Getting dark. The tank treads are damaged. Wow, that was a shot in the dark, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Still just the tank treads. No, now the whole tank's gone. So tank number 2. Tank number 3 in the dark. I mean, I can't see them. I'm surprised they can see me so well. Snow. Okay, so snow is you slide around a little bit. Ooh, it's the first time I've seen snow in the game. Dang it. Last tank. There we go. I gotta remember that these bullets are steerable. It's not a fire and forget situation. Nighttime. Jesus. I almost feel like sitting still at nighttime. I mean, he just appeared out of nowhere. Fog. Great. Now I lost my radar, which is great. So what happened? Well, I died. Last tank. Frustrating. It's frustrating in the dark. I almost destroyed a whole battalion. That's one. It's two. It's three. That's four. That was a lucky shot. That's five. That's six. You see I'm on the move from my crosshairs. That's seven. Rain alert. It's eight. That's nine. That's 10. That's 11. That's 12. Enemy squadron defeated. Bonus tank. So I got a free tank. But I have no radar, and my gun is slow on this one. And it's nighttime. It's gonna, oh my god, it's pitch black now. Ah, there goes that tank. I think that's one. Ugh. Yeah, I think you need to destroy 60 tanks. Oh my goodness. To get the patch for this game. I think it's a long ways off for me. I'm just happy I destroyed one squadron. Fog alert in the middle of the night, but it's going to be dawn soon. I think dawn is at 6. At least I have a radar right now. Last time. Was that the last tank? This is the last tank. I got my free tank. That's right. It's 15. $16. $17. My video is going out. That's it. So they're robot tanks, so they use video cameras, and I guess my video camera went out in the last one. But I killed 17 tanks in this this last game here, so I'm gonna call it that's a pretty successful play, I think. Like I said, I don't have that much experience in this game, so I'm actually pretty happy that I was able to get up to 17 tanks. So I'll take this game out. It's pretty fun though. If you don't have it, I'd recommend getting it. This is actually a lot better than Battlezone. So the next game I have on my list is Crackpots. So I'll put that in. And here we see Crackpots. So I will read my information for that. Okay. So Crackpots is cartridge AX-029, so we're going back from Z to X. It was also released in 1983, and it also uses a joystick. So I stole this. I don't have much experience in this, so I stole this from Wikipedia as well. All three of these games. I have experience with Decathalon, but I stole these first two games. I stole the information from Wikipedia. So each level consists of 4 waves of 12 bugs each. Defend all 4 waves, and the player will move on to a more difficult, faster-paced level. Play then resumes until the building crumbles to the ground. If 6 or more bugs enter through the open windows, part of the building will be eaten away, and you will have to replay the level. The patterns vary for different colored bugs. Black bugs will move straight up the building, blue bugs will wiggle from left to right, red bugs will move diagonally, and green bugs will zigzag between windows. So that's all I really have for this. I've played it a little bit myself, and it's very fast-paced, and it's actually a pretty fun game. So Atari, I'm sorry, VGR ratings for this game. The graphics are rated 4 for good, and the playability is 3 for worth playing. And it's kind of in the same realm of Kaboom. You know, you basically move, and then you drop the flower pots onto these bugs to kill the bugs, versus catching the bombs as they fall down, but this uses the joystick instead of the paddle controller. So in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. The paddles, you know, they stick a little bit and they aren't real perfect. So here we see Crackpots again, and I'm just going to play game 1 since it's the single player version of the game. To do that, just push reset. Oh, 1 bug. Oh, blue. Now reds, they go diagonal. They're the ones that always give me trouble in this game. Yeah, so now one's eating the bottom, and I'm going to have to redo this level. See, I'm dropping them either too early or at the wrong spot. And it just gets faster. Uh... 75,000 is a long ways away from me. When this zigzag pattern is screwing me over, because you gotta time it. Ugh. maybe I lost my ability to drop them. Nope, now they're going fast. I can't even get through the first 4. I'll play a couple times, but... I guess that's it. Lost all my lives. So I'll play it again. Just terrible. Ooh, I got back to the blacks. Boy, they're a lot faster now. Now I got to the blues again. Well, you got to be right over them to drop the clay pots. This is just going to get rougher now. I wish it was like Big Bird's Egg Catch where it would just go to the spot on the screen. Reds, the worst. No, it's gonna get crazy. Man, they're tons faster. I'm gonna lose. Oof. Oh no! Oh no! I'm just dropping them too early. Or too late. Holy cow. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. 11,780. I can try it again. I'm probably not going to beat that score. I'll play it a third time just to see how we do here. Ugh. My timing's off on these green guys again. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that's it. I said I couldn't do as good. I got lucky before, I think. You know, I think the thing to do is try to get him on the ground. That's it. So that's game. 11,000 was my best effort. I think that's the best since I've started playing it, because I've just played it in practice here. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with it. Yeah, it's a decent enough game. Like I said, it's in the similar mood of Kaboom. You know, you just got to slide back and forth and throw your flower pots down at the spiders. Who doesn't like killing spiders? Like I said, one of my favorite games is Spider Fighter. So the last game I have for today is none other than the Arm Breaker Decathalon. Okay? So I will put this in and turn it on. Theme of the Olympics, I believe. So I will call up my information on this game. So Activision Decathalon is cartridge AZ, so we're back to Z again, AZ-030. It was also released in 1983, and it uses the joystick controller. And earlier I said that I thought we had track and field when I was younger, but I honestly believed after playing this for practice that we had Decathlon. I remember all the events in this, and in track and field you only advance to the next event if you qualify based on your previous event. And you know, this is 1983, which would have been more in line with when our exchange student was there, and then also was more readily available. You know, track and field did not, a lot of people did not buy that, I think. So I do remember playing track and field though at the arcade, because I remember slamming on the cabinet till your hands hurt for running. And but this has similar gameplay and similar action with the controller and stuff like that. So in this game you compete in 10 events, because it's the decathlon, and your score is based on your performance. The events are the 100-meter dash, the long jump, the shot put, the high jump, the 400-meter race, the 110-meter hurdles, the discus throw, the pole vault, the javelin, and the worst part of the game is the last part, which is the 1,500-meter race. And if you still have a functioning arm at the end of this game, you probably have achieved one of the medals that Activision awarded. I think this game is fun to play against other people because it's pretty intense, especially in the long distance races. You know, you're running, and you know, all of a sudden for the 1,500, the last 200 meters, it says to sprint, and so you're going along at a pace, and your arm is getting a little achy, and then all of a sudden you got to kick it into high gear, and it's something else. So you basically score a medal if you meet or exceed the following point levels. For a bronze is 8,600 points, for a silver is 9,000 points, and for a gold is 10,000 points. And VGR ratings for this game, the graphics are rated 4 for good, and the playability is 3, which is worth playing. I honestly think it's fun. You know, if you play it against someone, it's especially fun. But you can play this game as a single player, or you can play it against people. I believe in playing it against people, it's a turn-based game versus head-to-head, which track and field was. And the torchbearer is still bearing the torch. He doesn't ever light the cauldron. So I'll just reset here. And 100-meter dash is first. Hopefully I can do this. Oh yeah, it doesn't... This doesn't have a gun to fire you, just start running. .39 seconds, 677 points. Not the best. Not a good start. Okay, so now you push the button and it's to the long jump. So this one you run up to the line and then push the button to jump. So we'll see here. Scratch. Was trying too much. Didn't push the button. Scratched again. Maybe the button's not working. Ugh, terrible. 0 points. Alright, so I'm going to reset because I know that I won't get anywhere near a medal with that score. That was the worst time. I was moving my hand while I was running in it. Push the button. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Something is not right here. And I know I said that there was something wrong with the controller. It may be that the angle that I'm holding everything at is just a little different from when I practiced. Ugh, stupid wheelchair. So I'm going to actually back up. I'm going to put the controller in my lap. So I think maybe that's a little better height. I'm getting worse and worse every try. Alright. I don't know what to do here. Alright. This is the last time I'm going to reset. I'm just going to do it from here on out. See, I've worn out my arm. Getting right up on it now. Alright, long jump. Try again. That's better. Some points. Ugh. Well, at least I got some points in it. Shot put. That's good. Scratch. 1,500 points even. Next event, high jump. Nope. This one I always miss a few times because it's a matter of getting used to how close you need to be. Oops, scratch. Nope, I miss it. Dang it. Normally I can get some good points on this one. Maybe I should have practiced this before the show. The 1500 was the thing that scared me, though. So 400-meter dash. So this is another one. It's a bit of an arm killer. My desk is wimpy, that's why everything is shaking. 100 meters more. Ugh. Minute even. 200 points. All that for 200 points. Shoulders already hurting. All right, 110-meter hurdles. Button. Zero points. In practice, I did okay, so I figured, I'll just wing it, do it when it's time. I was really trying to go for it. Nowhere near a bronze medal. I'm going to finish. It's part of being a decathlete. Okay, pole vault. Nope. Didn't have enough speed. Nope. Went too far. Ugh, push the button, but I was holding it differently. I should have used the base stick. Next event, javelin. Not very far. There we go, that's better. if you score points in each event, okay, so here's the dreaded 1500 meter. So I'm gonna be done after this. I mean, I did those extra 100 meters and all that other stuff, and I'm not even gonna try to kill it because I'm not even close to gold medal contention or bronze medal contention. So the first 1300 meters are pretty easy. It's the last 200 that are the killers. Everything on my desk is shaking right now because I'm moving this joystick so hard. I'm holding it solid onto the desk and then moving it back and forth, so if my picture's shaking, you know the reason, but everything on the desk is shaking right now, so I wouldn't assume that my picture's not shaking. The trick to this event, I think, is just to have a loose grip. It's probably all of them, just have a loose grip on the joystick. Just move your arm back and forth. There's not a lot of sound effects in this game. We're only a third of the way through this race, by the way. We're only at 500 meters. It'd be great if they have a little sound instead of just this little pitter-patter of your feet. Crowd cheering, anything. $900. You know, I bet you the pro stick would be good on this because you could put the ball in your hand, and it's a short stroke, and so the back and forth would be pretty easy. $11. 200 more, and then it's the sprint. And you notice for this jog pace, it's pretty easy to keep your meter pretty much pegged. 1200, 100 more. The 200 meter sprint at the end that's the real challenge. There we go. Oh. 954 points. I didn't even break 5,000 and my arm is killing me now. Can't even do anything now. And I have to edit this video. Oh boy. So that's Activision Decathalon. It's a pretty fun game, and it's more fun when you're playing against someone. I'm gonna just real quick. So there's 4 players. Okay, 100 meter dash, long jump, shot put. So long jump. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna go back to the long jump. Because I didn't really do that well in it, and I want to show you that I can do better in a couple of these events. There we go. It's only 233 points. Ugh. Another one is the high jump. That one I messed up. This one I usually get some decent points in. Pressure's off now, right? I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, that's... Oh, didn't do it. Didn't get enough speed. Scratch. Trying to focus on speed and not... This is, I think, actually where I mostly miss. Yeah. You got to get your speed up. I think it's got to be almost that top bar. So... No dashes, no hurdles. I usually get points in the hurdles. I don't think I did this time. Discus, pole vault. This is, I usually do a little better in pole vault too. Ugh. Dunk. Hold on. Ugh. Ugh. Nope. At least he landed on his feet. Nope, missed it. Went too far, over-rotated. So, that's Activision Decathalon. I'm going to not do anymore. My arm is just so tired. As always, if you like videos like this, if you like this retro gaming, please, hey Criblet, I just saw your message here. I'm busy playing these games. Please like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. If there's something you'd like to see or something you'd like to know, please just give me a question on any of the platforms, and I'll do my best to follow up with you. So anyway, as always, be healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, and social distance. I will be back on Monday with 3 additional games, and I appreciate you watching and taking the time out to watch this. And always, thank you and have a good evening.